But that shit had to do with the voodoo cards, Banks. I ain't fucking with the voodoo card shit.
See, the reason why I was able to execute it is because it's dropping Halloween, right? So to be technical, it ain't no difference. You know what I'm saying? The all the spooky shit on Halloween that got its negative side to it as well. So
True that.
that's why I basically found, like, to me, the most positive spin that I could find from something that could be perceived as a negative, right? So it's not so much about what the whole practice is, or the cloud that's over the actual practice. Is just the message that I took from that actual card. But I don't know what the difference is, right? Like Halloween, like what would have been better to have, like, devil horns and like skeletons and shit like that?
Yeah, I
Nah, nah,
understand. I understand. I
You
understand.
see
I
what I'm
understand.
saying? So the
Yeah, I
reason the
understand.
reason why I spun it off like that is because tomorrow morning, or tonight rather, after the parties and shit, all the costumes go away. And I did a lot of I did all the spooky shit. I did it 5 times. So in my mind, I'm like, I want to put something out that, for one, is going to be high quality, right? And I want to be able to market it past Halloween. I want to be able to market this
Understand.
shit in November, December, January. You feel
Understand.
me? So that was my spin off it. And just diving into, just going through, all right, this is part 6, just trying to think about all the shit that I could search up for, in relation to the 6. And I stumbled across that. And trust me, I had that shit in my mind as well, but it was the perfect spinoff. I wouldn't have used that title if it came out in February.
Understand.
You know
Yo,
what I mean? Like,
yo,
I just found something positive out of a negative connotation. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I came up with that. But the title was fitting. And surprisingly, like, more people see it the way I saw it. You know what I mean? Like, some people be like, "Oh, well, some spooky shit," or "I ain't fucking with that." But most people just took what the actual message means,
hmm
and it's highly relatable to a lot of people.
hmm
yo, Banks.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like, if you just paying attention, you know damn well I'm not gonna put out 20 freestyles to lead to nothing.
I know.
hmm
like,
hmm
I wholeheartedly believe in, manifesting things and momentum. Like,
hmm
that's why, like, when you say, "Yo, don't hell no, don't give him cold corner," I was just telling somebody that shit not too long ago. Like, yo, bro, momentum is everything. And the artists in this space, you feel that momentum. You know when your name start getting brought up in conversations, certain features. Like, I got some I got some features that's gonna hit real soon, and that's gonna build the momentum up. So,
God willing, let's see.
right. So, like when I led into, like, um it might have been the Cody album, but it was just certain shit was just happening, bro. Like, Tom Brady is warming up to my records, and
hmm
like, just
Yeah.
shit started just happening out of left field. You know what I mean? And that's the
hmm
universe talking. So I believe in manifestation, and I'm not going to just put out a project that's been anticipated for so long without the proper buzz behind it. Like,
Right.
on all levels, like these rap charts that go by, you see niggas ranking 1 through 10 and all that, and I'm delusional. You got to be a little bit delusional,
Okay.
Of
because when
course.
when everybody count me out, that shit is rough, bro. You gotta just believe in yourself. Like,
Indeed.
am I bugging out for still pushing this pen like this? Because, like, somebody said some shit under the comments, like, "Yo, I just want to see Banks back and on the radio," and I'm like, "Yo, homie, think about it. Ain't nobody in the game 25 years that got a record on radio right now.
Hell no.
I
If I'm wrong, correct me, please."
Nah, but my fault, Banks. I think it's
Well,
more
the
so.
clip.
So when I was going to the clubs and shit like that, when you in the club and you throwing money and all that other shit, it don't really strike you as a dangerous place, but it's a dangerous
Indeed.
place. I'm pretty sure everybody in this space
Indeed.
knows somebody that then got shot, stabbed, or killed
Nah,
in a
Fact.
indeed.
nightclub, right? You bring your weapon to a
Indeed.
nightclub. So, to me, that's not my idea of having fun, right? Now, that's just one side of it. Now, if you listen to the records, it's records like Fell in Love. It's records movie scenes. It's
Mm-hmm.
records where I'm always gonna tap into that pocket. But what happens is I'm like the artists that I'm geared to naturally, they attach to people and draw, and they was transparent, right? And they were highly relatable. Um so sometimes crying is like the equivalent of
Mm.
laughing,
Indeed.
right? It's the total opposite, but they are right next to
It's the
each other,
same
right?
dopamine
Because if you can
release.
right, so if you can make somebody laugh and you can make somebody cry, it's
Hmm.
still a relief.
Yeah, yeah,
Either way you look at it. That's why people love DMX and love Tupac and love, anybody who was able to articulate themselves and be relatable. So I make a conscious effort for that because that's where I'm at in my life, right? So like people be hitting me like literally like, yo, your music kept me alive and shit like
yes.
that. So, sometimes they say like doing a good deed is a selfish act.
Yo, Banks, me too, bro. But I want
Yeah,
leave me
Hey, yo,
alone, Marv. Don't
Banks.
start trolling
Hey,
me
yo,
and shit.
Banks.
Don't. I'm
I just
listen.
want to
I'm talking to
I
my
want to
man's,
salute
bro.
you
Don't start
on your
trolling me and shit.
storytelling, bro. I want to salute you on your storytelling, like the Happy Eyes record, and like Southside Story. Do you feel like you underrated as a storyteller?
You know you know what that was, right? That record was cut short. It was called Help.
Mm.
That's what it
Mhm.
stands for.
Oh, okay. Word.
Mm.
Yeah, Happy Hours, a lot of people, but I already had a record called Help that was a completely different record, so I didn't want to get that
Yeah.
mixed up. But yeah, it basically meant help, like that's cry out or whatever.
You feel like you underrated as a
Um,
storyteller?
um, that's a tough question, man, because the artists that are like really like held high for storytelling, like a lot of them had storytelling projects.
Mm. Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah, yeah.
I was never, I didn't have, if I had 16 songs, like half of them wasn't storytelling. So
Mm.
I wouldn't say that. Like that's for artists like Scarface and, Slick Rick, and those are the masters at that. Me, yeah, my storytelling ability is dope, but I think that it's still room for me to do that.
Facts.
Like it's room for me to do a whole project that's geared
Facts.
around that. And then we'll have that
Man,
discussion.
Facts.
But as far as picking my spots, hell
Facts.
yeah.
Yo,
Southside
Banks.
Story,
I
one
think
of the
I think
best joints ever.
I think if you can,
Yo, who's the producer of the year?
That is a good
Alchemist.
fucking question.
Alchemist.
Alchemist, yo.
I got
Gotta be.
I got my
Yeah,
money on
It's
Allen.
Uncle Al. It's Uncle
Oh,
Al.
yo,
It's
That
Uncle
may be a
Al.
bias. Yo,
yo,
yo.
I ain't gonna front though. I ain't gonna front though. Yo, Banks, man. The mob. I don't know if you've been, what I mean, just tapping into what I got going on, but yo, I've been singing the praises for the Mob Deep album since came out, man. And yo, they did it. Yo, Havoc and Prodigy. I mean, Havoc and Alchemist did an
Alchemist.
immaculate job with that shit. But I ain't gonna front, man. There's a couple of joints on there. When I was listening to some joints, I was like, yo. They could have easily
Wait on
got
it.
you on there and you would have probably smoked something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? My second.
Oh, here we go. Oh
Wait
shit.
on it. Wait on
Yeah,
it.
I saw that tweet. Alchemist sent Banks back a couple months ago.
And Banks, you already know my top five. Two of y'all niggas, you and Prodigy in my top. I love when y'all niggas
Oh
rap
my.
together. I ain't going cap.
I ain't gonna front, man. I was
Yeah.
listening to the Blood Money album not too long ago. And obviously one of my favorite records is Stole Something. And yo,
Hardcore groupie that'll take a
Hmm.
yo,
bullet
that
from you.
shit was ill, man.
High price lawyer this in case a nigga snap. Can't take a
Nigga
joke
over
and pop a
that.
nigga
That's the
off a
shit where
rap.
P was talking about when he saw Holly Berry.
Yeah. That's the same
Yeah,
joint.
I don't
That's the
know.
same joint.
Nah, P, yeah, man. Shit. I was just bugging out to that the other day. P was on Rotten Apple
Hell
twice.
yeah.
He was on the intro
Hell
and the
yeah.
Get Clap
Yeah.
record.
Hell yeah. Yo, I always find that
Yeah.
intriguing how you got that nigga on Money in the Bank too. For that Get Down shit.
Yeah, over
Yeah,
his
that I always
beat.
find that shit intriguing, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I always think about that shit.
Hmm.
Yo, y'all fake did that twice though, cause y'all did it. Y'all had G Unit had a posse
Niggas
cut over
rapping
one of
like battle rapping and shit. Like, yo, who was the niggas that you was looking out for? Like when you was battle rapping in the street. Like you remember any names?
it was a lot of niggas battle rapping back then, man. It was this kid Lays, kid Lazy.
Mm.
Yo,
He was signed. I think he had a deal. He had a situation with Stretch Armstrong. You know, Stretch and Bobito.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
That's the nigga. Yo, that's the nigga
Yeah,
where Fat Shaw was like, yo, it's
we had
only
the
one lazy.
we had the battle for the name and shit. Or yeah, we battled a couple
Word.
times. Yeah, I won both.
Talk to him.
Um,
Talk to him.
my son TL, that's on the
Uh huh.
dedication record on the
Uh
AON shit that I just put out not too long ago.
Yo, he was on the 134 shit. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I
Yep,
remember
he
that. I
was on
remember
a
that.
couple. Yeah, he was on a couple 134 star freestyle. So he from 40 Projects. So like, you know, we used to spar. You know, I used to go down in the projects and
Okay.
spar. It's a couple niggas from the Far Rockaway. From all over, bro. Like that was the time, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a hell of a
Yo, I
time.
wonder that.
So it was
I
a
be
lot.
wondering that because yo, you hear a lot of
Stacks, stack bundles.
you battle stacks.
But stacks came like, see, it wasn't battles. It was like ciphers and
Okay,
shit. You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I had real battles too though, but ciphers as well. Like right when I left high school, like my high school, stacks came like that same year.
Hey, yo, Banks, can I ask you a question right quick?
You know how they do the NBA draft
huh.
shit? Like as it's going, I used to down live on my notebook, keep the notes and shit. I used to rank albums like how they did in the source. So I would do my own list. I write all the fucking artists down and give them my own mic chart. It was like a 10 mic system, no. So that just it was a habit, bro. I just, you know, just wanted to write shit down. That was my getaway. So I just kept everything. I got my victory verse. I got the workouts. I got 134 All Star shit. I got shit before that. I got shit that I would never repeat.
Yeah.
Fuck. It was It was
got a,
cheesy,
I
but you
got a,
know, for that age, it was still ahead of its
I
time.
definitely got a
Word.
question for that to piggyback on.
Will it ever be possible to get Yayo somewhere out here in these spaces to chop it up one day?
Hell no.
Yeah, nah, we be talking about it. We talked about it. I was trying to get him in the Knicks spaces and shit, but you know,
Hey,
Ye be all over. Ye love hip hop, man. We love hip hop, man. That's what people don't be understanding. Like, with a lot of artists, I could see it in other artists like me. It's like at this point in my life, like I'm doing this shit for
Talk your
me.
shit.
To be
Love it.
honest with you, like, I love the fans. I love the support. You know what I mean? But this is my selfish
Do
moment.
you?
You know what I'm
Do you?
saying? Like, yeah, it's a muse. It's a muse. So that's why that shit be touching home when people be like, you would have to see the DMs, man. Like that shit is real. Like people really be going through
Do
That's
your
shit,
a
thing,
man.
fact.
Banks.
So when they listening to the music and they telling you how important that shit is, like that be my drive. Cause shit, it damn sure ain't coming from the main
Do your thing.
publications. I ain't getting the support. You know what I mean? So I take the support from, you know,